Today is June 10th, 2026. It is 2:09 a.m. This is video number 2. Video number 1's on PYTE. Spoke about Meghan's post on IG, her latest post showing some birds, the kids, not their faces, but Harry's playing with Archie. And I spoke about Time 100, who highlight Harry's for the Invictus. So now we are here. Let's go on X. What do I have? I don't remember. Okay, so we're gonna start with this. First tweet. OMG, I can't stop laughing. Facebook derangers turn to AI to create loving and affectionate photos of William and Kate from this weekend. There's the laugh here. They are really dying to see them lovey-dovey, but alas, something can only be AI. Oh, so that was AI? Ah, did they forget the cameras were recording William and Catherine's secret language? So that was AI? And they had to go to that extent. Do all this stuff, manipulate things, go to AI, create fake stuff. Meanwhile, the thing that this guy cannot do is just be somewhat human, authentic. He can be a good human being, so they have to rely on AI to do it for him. That's ridiculous. Let me see. Is that her head is slightly different. Whatever makes them happy, I don't know. Okay, in days, weeks, and months to come, derangers and deplorable will recycle these AI mix of Willy and Caddy Macbeth as original photos and gaslit the public into believing they are real. Even the British Gutter Press will join in, mark my words. Yeah, they started somewhere so they could pick up on it. There's the laugh here, the GIF, AI affection. Derangers making the mattress and bullion the bride and groom at other people's wedding. Isn't this overshadowing AI style? Let's go to the next one. Next tweet. Oh my god, I shared this on my community board already. Royal worms wriggle, title shine, and the taxpayers foot the dine. Or even shorter, all crown, no toil, just royal worms on the public soil, living the dream one wiggle at a time, born to reign, not to strain. The royal parasite. Oh, so this is how... I didn't even realize that. Andrew, Eugenie... who's that? I trust them. Royal parasite. That to make people laugh. Very clever. There's the clap here. I especially like the short and sweet, born to reign, not to strain. Let me leave that alone. Alright, next tweet. Alright, so this has to do with Epstein files. This is the US type of things here. Alright, let me pause. If pedophile protector Todd Blanche is confirmed as Attorney General, the amount of outrage is going to be like nothing we have seen before. There are 3 million pages of Epstein files Blanche is illegally refusing to release due to one reason. Trump, there's the R word here, children for fun. Oh my God, I can't just wrap my head around this. Let's listen to this screenshot, okay?
The transcript of the congressional testimony of the former Attorney General, Pam Bondi, was just released. Now, there's a lot there, but let me focus on something that I think is key and important. The reports are that the Department of Justice is sitting on 3 million documents related to the Jeffrey Epstein case. 3 million. Now, Pam Bondi was asked about that, and she said that she was told, her understanding was that those documents have not been turned over for 3 reasons: non-responsive, privileged, or duplicative. Remember, those are the 3: non-responsive, privileged, or duplicative. Those categories make no sense. Let's take it from the back to the front. Duplicative. Well, who cares? Turn them over. We'll see if they're really duplicative. We'll be able to see it. Big deal. If you're like, so what? We get 2 copies or 3 copies when there was 1. Second category, privileged. The Epstein Transparency Act, as members of Congress have said, does not allow for claims of privilege. Period. The end. So the department can say, oh, we want to withhold this based on some undisclosed claim of privilege, like attorney-client privilege or some such privilege. None of that is allowed under a congressional statute. The end. So they cannot claim that that's why they're withholding something and also be within the law. Final category, non-responsive. That's a fancy way of saying unrelated. That makes no logical sense. To say that there are documents that have nothing to do with the Jeffrey Epstein case is an irrelevancy. So everything related to the Jeffrey Epstein case needs to be turned over, and none of the three categories make any sense. It makes it clear that the Department of Justice is not in compliance with the Epstein Transparency Act. This is food for thought when Todd Blanche comes up for his confirmation hearing to be the Attorney General of the United States. Pam Bondi also made it clear that Todd Blanche had a key role in all of these decisions. So what that means is for Todd Blanche's confirmation hearing that's going to be upcoming, keep your eye on the ball because this is going to be a key area for questioning.
I just messed up with the ordering of stuff. Let me pause and change some stuff over. I'm not going to go in the comment on this. This should have been before the other one. Oh my god, I may not read all of this. Okay, never forget that Charles and Willy plotted, schemed, and tried every trick in the book to stop Harry and Meghan from getting married. That's why I will never feel sorry for Charles being bullied by sociopath Willy. They deserve each other. All right, let's see here. Yeah, that's too much. You could pause and read these, okay? I do not want this video to be too long. Pause and read. Pause and read, okay? Let's see here. He was funding everyone, but not his own son's wife. Heartbreaking. My heart goes out for Harry and Meghan. They've really been through a lot. God help, protect, and bless them and their children. Their evil toward them has been right from the scratch. True love never fails. That marriage will have crumbled by now. That is true. The bit about money hits differently now. I expect Harry knew how many of the royal family were being funded and weren't working royals. That phrase is an invention. Remember the stupid attitude over who should stand on the bloody balcony? God, it's all beyond pathetic. Everything I see, I too feel no empathy for either one of those sociopaths. Thank goodness that both Harry and Meghan are not born idle and had the initiative to work and gain financial independence from that jealous petty family. They have financially secured the future for their children. Yeah, that's why they're working their butt off right now. And also, as a buffer of thanks, the good deed that Harry and Meghan are doing for other people, I guarantee you, even without money, but knock on wood, the kids will always be fine because there will be good Samaritan who's willing to help them without money. Okay, next week. After the hell they gave Harry and Meghan was the outrage for the royal benefits crunchers. Servitude mentality of most Brits to the royals is why this country isn't progressive. Andrew, his daughters, Eugenie and Beatrice, non-working royals living the life of working royals without the responsibilities, which is nothing. They see you as peasant and you act like peasant. Oh my God, it's long. I'm not gonna go in the comments, so let's just listen.
Hey everybody, there's this big bruise on Andrew's face that made the headlines. And I thought I'd just come on here real quick to tell you that I don't care. He fell down the stairs, I don't care. Someone punched him in the face, I don't care. The door hit him on the way out, je ne care pas. Now let's get to the crux of the news.
Andrew Mountbatten Windsor received an undisclosed private income by subletting 3 cottages on his Royal Lodge estate, according to the public spending watchdog. The National Audit Office said Andrew had been paying a peppercorn rent to the Crown estate for the properties. It also found that King Charles paid rent from his private income for accommodation in royal palaces for Princess Eugenie and Beatrice, who are non-working
This
royals.
disparity is honestly disgraceful. I need to draw this out for you. Andrew was busy living the lavish life in a 30-room home, which he was paying peppercorn rent for, which must mean nothing, and still subletting and probably making thousands, right? And his children were living rent-free in some of the most sought-after places. And some of you would swear by the royal family. Some of you have no sense to understand the existence of this monarchy. feeds into the economic disparity and income inequality that exists in Britain. But even if you don't care about that, because I think some of you have this servitude mentality that is a cancer you need to be cured from. Even if you don't think about that, can we just call out the double standard hypocrisy here? Because I remember how much flack the British public gave Harry and Meghan. How much the British public demanded that because they're no longer working royals, they shouldn't make any money. Don't use the titles, nothing. And this couple went on to make their money. This couple have not taken a cent, or shall I say a penny, from the British public. But there are loafers, benefit scroungers, like Andrew and clearly his family, that live off the British public. Yes, before you say to me, oh, but that is from the king's private income. The reason the king can have a private income is because you are subsidizing a lot of the stuff that he has. You are giving him more money than he needs. I don't know when you guys are going to wake up and smell the stinking fishy smell of corruption, of classism, the wealthy being wealthier off your backs. I don't know about you, but I'm already there, and I'm having none of it.
They don't care. The recycle system is working just fine for them. Okay, this one was supposed to be on my video yesterday. For some reason, I skipped it. Okay, this is how to tell if someone is paid for their opinion when it's directly hypocritical to your own existence in this country. So now the people in the US is starting to catch up with the media, the message and things like that. That was the foundation of things. It worked so well in the UK, so they put it over here, send it over here. And then you have the Trump administration who's literally tapping on every fabric that make the US what it is, the rule of law. There's a lot of things that needs to be fixed in the US. But the ones that were working fine, he's tapping onto them to mess them up, to further confuse the population. All right, but let's listen to this. I'm not gonna go in the comment. Are there any more videos? Okay, so let's just listen to this and then I'll go to the next one. Screenshot.
You know, Donald Trump since October has allowed in 6,069 refugees, not 122,000, only 6,069. And do you know that 6,066, 99.9% of them are from white South Africa? Only 3 are Afghan.
Dude, okay, you're seriously.
Pull it up, Rob. Refugees, your international obligation.
Like you're talking H-1B, green card, which one are you talking about?
Refugees, vetted by, the vetted program.
Sure.
Where you're vetted abroad.
You fucking idiot, you. He's talking about you and your family specifically.
That's what happened to you.
Yes.
Biden did it too. He allowed 125,000 people. He upped the cap.
Okay.
Trump dropped the cap with Stephen Miller to 7,500.
Okay.
And since October, he allowed in 6,069, according to the Washington
Post. I want
Post.
to know where you're going with this.
He allowed in only 3 Afghans and 6,066 white people from South Africa. Number one, that's 99.9% of your refugees are white people who are not refugees, and you don't allow people from Iran, Iraq, Syria. And the second point is, Donald Trump wouldn't allow you into this country, and yet you sit and support. You voted for him 3 times. Donald Trump would not have allowed little Patrick Bet-David into this country. How do you feel about that?
Kill shot. So funny.
A genuine question.
You are so
Kill
funny.
shot.
It's a genuine question.
You're so funny. Kill shot, motherfucker. He's right. Bitch, you ain't white. You're a goddamn refugee too on top of that. Who fucking talks about refugees being scary coming from Muslim countries? Fuck you mean?
He wouldn't have let little Patrick Bennett.
No Iranians were allowed in this year. So how would you have gotten
You know what would have happened? We would have waited 1 more year, 2 more years.
for a Democrat to come and let you in?
All right, so that's that. Since he bringing things about immigration and who he lets in, I thought I'd share that with you. I had it on the list further down, but here it is regarding FIFA World Cup. All right, let me pause this. Okay, breaking. Nicolle Wallace exposes the Trump administration massive World Cup disaster. She confirms a top African referee with a valid visa was brutally denied entry and deported. Washington's cruel and racist immigration policies are completely destroying global sports. All right, 1 minute and 9 seconds.
In less than 48 hours, the FIFA World Cup will kick off, and Donald Trump's cruel immigration enforcement agenda is already
Unbelievable.
messing it up. FIFA confirmed that a referee from Somalia who was set to officiate at the World Cup has been denied entry to the United States and will no longer be able to participate in the tournament. Omar Artan arrived at Miami International Airport on a flight from Istanbul Saturday. He was barred from entering the country following a routine inspection. He said this, quote, "I am very, very disappointed." He said that in a New York Times interview, a telephone interview from Istanbul, the city he had been flown to after he was refused entry here. Quote, "I'm just simply a referee who's trying to live his dream, the biggest dream of my life, to come to the World Cup. I had the right papers and everything. I had the right visa," Mr. Artan said, adding that he had also shown documentation from FIFA as well as photographs of his career over a decade as a professional referee. Border officials also checked online material detailing Mr. Artan's career, he said.
When I first saw it, I tried to retweet it and say, what is FIFA saying about that? Oh my God. Okay, so let's leave that alone. Next tweet. It was further down, but once that video was talking about immigration, I thought I put it right after. Next one. Oh my God, this one is long. Roger Waters, Pink Floyd co-founder, quote, "I'm ready to admit I break down in tears every morning for Gaza because I'm 80 years old and I've never witnessed the genocide of an entire people before my eyes every single day." Again, I'm just gonna let it play. Screenshot.
That I am in tears over Gaza every morning when I wake up because I'm only 80 years old. I have never experienced the genocide of a whole people in front of my eyes happening every day. The calumny.
Well, you have. Well, with respect, you have. You were born in World War II when there was an actual genocide of Jewish people by the Nazis.
I was that big.
Okay, there it is.
I was that big. I didn't witness
You were alive,
that.
is my point.
Okay, let me pause, rewind it slightly because I talk over it. Some of you will be irritated about it. He was young. He probably didn't even know what was going on around the world or even in his own country at the time. All right, let me put it like around here.
Well, with respect, you have. You were born in World War II when there was an actual genocide of Jewish people by the Nazis.
I was that big.
What?
I was that big. I didn't witness
You were alive,
that.
is my point.
Well, but I wasn't talking about being alive. I'm saying I never witnessed it. You can't witness something.
Yeah, but 6 million Jews were killed
You cannot
by the
witness
Nazis.
something. Well, I'm not saying they weren't.
Right.
And was that a disgusting, awful crime? Yeah, it was. Just like this one is a disgusting, awful
But
crime.
my question for
There's
you...
no difference.
But Roger, my question for you is this.
Yeah.
When you say that you need to have the whole world say, we're very sorry, we got it wrong,
Yeah.
we're now leaving, go back to Eastern Europe or the United States or wherever you came from.
Yes.
Do you understand how Israelis feel when they hear that?
Well, it depends which Israelis they are. And frankly, the fact is that something has to be, or would you suggest, no, let's just let them kill all the Palestinians? Why don't we just let them
I believe
kill
there should
them?
be a two-state solution.
Well, it's not going to happen, but I don't want to argue with you
But
about
nor is your plan. You're not going to have 7 million Israelis
Well, something is
being
gonna
sent
happen.
back to Europe or the United States.
I
But
tell
you know
what,
why?
let me
Because-
speak on behalf of we, the people of the world, because we, the people of the world, whatever the...
But you
whatever,
don't speak for the whole world, do you?
For God's sake.
Oh, come on, Roger. We have a civilized conversation.
He won't let him speak.
No, you can't have a civilized conversation with somebody who constantly interrupts.
Okay.
That's it.
Nor can you speak unfettered without me correcting some of the things you're saying or challenging you. You accept that?
Yeah, I was about to say something,
Okay.
and you're doing it again.
My apologies.
I accept your apology.
Thank you.
Please don't do it again, Piers. Right. Most of the people of the world do not want the Israelis to continue in their inexorable course to the end of their extermination of the indigenous people of Palestine. That's all I'm saying. So something has to happen that is not that. So if you say there are two possible alternatives, a two-state solution, and that's been on the table, let us not forget, certainly since the end of the 67.
All right, so there's this video here regarding Ivanka. They just had to go back wherever they come from. There's videos showing or pictures showing where they were being coming from wherever they're coming from to go to Palestine. Palestinians welcome them, and then they turn around and eliminate them. The amount of destruction, lives that have been lost. These people are not human. For them to lack of compassion, understanding, they just eliminate babies, children, men, women. They do not care. All right, so next tweet. Yeah, she discovered the island. Okay. OMG. Ivanka Trump reveals her family is developing a massive off-grid private island in the middle of the sea. Again, I'm just letting you listen to this. Rikers Island. The only island that she needs to explore is Rikers Island. For those who outside of the US, Rikers Island is a jail. A prison. Okay? I think it's in New York. All right, let's listen. Almost 3 minutes.
An incredible project with my husband in the Mediterranean. It's massive in scale.
I think that's an understatement. Can you explain?
Yes, it is.
There's no power on this island. You're building everything from scratch.
Well, it's an unbelievable, beautiful 1,400 hectare private island in the middle of the Mediterranean. We were on a friend's boat and we stopped for a swim. Effectively, that's how we found it. We swam to the island. We went on a hike, barefoot all the way up to the top, and we were just captivated. And it stayed with us ever since.
I gotta get back to the OG setup for this one.
Oh, what happened here?
A private island, you say, Ivanka. I wasn't aware that the country of Albania is a private island. And notice what she did there, right? That's the part I find hilarious. She acted as if she's fucking Christopher Columbus, and she just stumbled upon this unknown piece of land. All I know is that I grew up with Albanians. I went to high school with Albanians, and they're fucking nuts in the best way possible. I don't know if this is something you want to do. They're currently out there protesting because their prime minister wants to illegally sell land to Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump to make yet another private billionaires island. Because those work out well. I do gotta say, though, a lot of the Albanians I know were heavy Donald Trump supporters, big on MAGA. And not only did he put you guys on a no visa list, right? He banned Albania from getting visas. But now he's sending Jared Kushner, Mr. Turn Gaza into a parking lot so I can build more waterfront properties to buy your land to make a private island. And some of you are still out here saying, well, it's going to create jobs. Wow. Yeah? That's cheap. That's cheap. Selling off a part of your land that you guys have fought centuries for to Jared Kushner, because he'll create jobs. Wow. I do know one thing, though, for certain. Something I have always known. Albania is filled with beautiful women. Some of the most beautiful women in the world. And Albania does struggle with poverty. That plus yet another billionaire's island. You do the math. Fight like hell.
Oh, I have a lot of tweets regarding that, but I don't think I'm going to record them tonight. Next tweet. There's one of those. Okay, breaking. Albanian protesters, quote, "It's our country. I don't want it to be sold to somebody else. It's dirty money. They discovered this island. What do you mean? It's been discovered. It's ours. It's bull crap, honestly." All right, let's listen to this screenshot. I'm not going to go in the comments, all right? There's a Lego going. What is that? People talking about it. All right, let's listen.
It's our country. I don't want it to be sold to somebody else. It's dirty money. They discovered this island. What do you mean? It's been discovered. It's ours. It's bullcrap, honestly. It's our country.
Alright, it's playing over. I saw this video. Let's see here. What are they saying here? This was not on my list. Okay. Oh my god. Is that okay? I'll just play the video. Okay. It's a massive globalist takeover happening right now in Europe. The Caribbean. What do you think happened with Venezuela, pretending they arrest this guy, is just to show what they could do to any head of state of those countries, those islands, Haiti, Jamaica, you name it. Okay, it was an example to show these people, if they don't comply, this is what they could do. Now it's up to the US to get these people out of there, because now they have control of everything. Okay, our defense mechanism, our weapons, everything. This is why every time the military was telling Congress, we do not need any more weapons, but the Republicans keep on saying, yes, we do. Yes, we do need. Why do you think they were saying all of this? It's because of this massive plan that they had installed for them to use those weapons. And now they're going around the world, shackle people. Okay, a lot of those men in South America are in prison. There's a video that I saw, and I don't think I share it. Young men, okay, I'm not saying they're all innocent or anything like that, but they put them in cage somewhere in South America, because these are the people that will be in resistance against them. They didn't see the bigger picture of the last election, 2024 election. It's huge. And this is why Kamala Harris, after there's a video that went around a little bit after the election. I don't know if it was on the same night or the day after or a couple of days after, but it was after the election. Kamala Harris was saying, as she was walking, the journalist was asking her question, and she was like, you guys don't know what you just did, because they had information about this type of things, what they were planning on doing. Okay, but anyway, you could pause and read this, and let's listen to this. I have two more.
You see these people coming together with this courage to protect their land from this really an invasion. Yeah. It's you can almost think of it as like a neo-Islamic invasion, using a financial conduit and Jared Kushner as this sort of inside Chabad Lubavitch insider with his apostate wife to make these absolutely ridiculous statements that are an absolute insult to the intelligence and the heart and the history and the culture of this magnificent country. For Ivanka Trump to suggest that they quote unquote discovered this island, give me a break. That island was discovered by the Albanian people centuries ago and has been part of their land. This is a land, if you look at it, is remarkable for Europe. You know, Eddie Rama says we have this Islamic contingent. You know what? Albania is really the only country in Europe, or one of the only countries in Europe, where the Islamic population is actually shrinking. It's less than half now. It's about 45%. And where we have seen an absolutely magnificent Christian resurrection under the former Archbishop of blessed memory, Anastasios, who took a country devastated by one of the most severe communist regimes under Enver Hoxha and absolutely resurrected the faith of these people. This is an ancient land where St. Paul trod, and these people, their land, the soil is soaked with the blood of martyrs and saints, and especially under the yoke of the Ottoman rule, their people have been so incredibly courageous throughout the ages. They continue to be courageous, standing up, little tiny Albania that so many Americans cannot even locate on a map, standing up to this really globalist Chabad Lubavitch movement. It absolutely does. And I would say that the rest of the world could learn something from watching how the Albanians stood up to them.
Well, they learned what happened to Palestine, and this is why they're standing up to them right now. Because if they just let it go, they too will be eliminated, similar to the Palestinians. These people have no heart, like I was just saying. Okay, next tweet. Let me leave that alone. About DNA type of things. I believe I saw, it started with this. There's another video I saw. I think it's this. I'll share that with you as well. Has to do with DNA thing. All right. These are all facts. Scientifically, only black people are 100% human. 25 seconds.
Wait, let me tell you something. Genetically, your DNA is tied into the Homo simian, Homo canine, and the Homo porcine. So if you want to go and do some research, because scientists have done DNA
and these
tests,
aren't humans?
Dog, what you call a pig, and what you call a monkey. So this is why the Neanderthal, the Neanderthal,
and these are scientific fact-based things.
Yes, and I'm trying to explain if you would actually listen. Wait, let me tell you something.
Then they just there's a tweet that I came across. This wife put a, what do you call this, camera in the house, and she find that her husband was assaulting their dogs. Let me pause for a second. Right, so I had to go search it because it's so outrageous out there. Because sometimes that's thing I remember and I don't even remember where it came from. So this is what I type on Google. Did a wife discover her husband assaulting their dog? Yes. A Houston man was charged with felony bestiality. Oh my God. After his wife discovered him sexually assaulting the family dog on home surveillance cameras in November 2025. You could pause and read that. I just wanted to verify some of the things that I was just saying. Okay? So that's that. Now, I believe there was another video here. This one is slightly longer. There is absolutely nothing to prove to them. Why? Because we will always be better than them and still with the greatest dance moves ever. I mean, we already see more, feel more, and can create more. They can never match up. All right? 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Can you explain the correlation between melanin and our health?
And this melanin causes us to have more vitamins and minerals in our body than any other race. And it's in our nervous system. It causes us to transmit messages quicker and store more information. And it's in our bones, which causes us to have more minerals in our bones than any other race. And it's in our digestive system, which causes us to have a more efficiently run digestive system. And it's in our eyes, causing our eyes to be brown so we see the full color of colors. It causes you to absorb more color. And it's in our ears, and then we absorb more sound, so our music will sound different because we hear more sound in the sound. Then the melanin is in your taste buds, which causes you to taste food differently. You taste the full flavor of food. The more melanin you have, the more human you are. It's the biochemical marker for life. That's how we judge the age of the brain, the half-life of drugs. If the drug doesn't destroy melanin, you can't evaluate its efficiency. So melanin is the biochemical marker for life, and it's studied more by the military than any other industry in this country. But we are not aware of the importance of this melanin. It's the center of every cell in your body.
That's why they're doing some of the things that they're doing to black people. And the thing is that they are trying to replace, okay? Because they put the nonsense in their head that they are better. So in order for them to prove they are better, they have to remove the one that's really good so they don't have any competition. All right, so let's leave that alone. This is my last one. This one have nothing to do. It's a gorilla. The internet was having fun with it. Readers added context they thought people might want to know. The second part of the video with the thinking gorilla is Shabani, the most handsome gorilla in the world. Okay, so I guess it's real. Okay. In Japan, a gorilla named Kiyomasa got into a fight with his mate. She kicked him out of their enclosure at the zoo, and he was later spotted sitting alone, seemingly rethinking his life choices. 1 minute and 8 seconds. That'll be screenshot, but I'll try. Okay, let's do this. They push him out. There he is sitting thinking. There's a music, so I have to change the music. Alright, let me go through it really quickly. That's him thinking. Alright, so there were a couple images they put out. Him thinking his life choices. But anyway, let's do a prayer. And one of the prayers that I did earlier, I said prayer for protection. Let's do Psalm 91, prayer for peace and refuge. Father, I need your protection shield during this quiet moment. I want to hear your voice, not the voices of fear and anxiety. Under your wings, I find refuge. provide your peace during the night and the day, guarding my heart against the dangers of the world. You are my fortress, and I trust you with my life. Okay, so that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Check PYTE for video number 1, where I talk more about the Sussexes, a little bit more positive type of tweets. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.